seriously, I actually never know I'm going to need this. Hello, what is up guys? I'm your host Gordon and welcome to another one of my video. What I got over here is a Dart Zone Nexus Pro. And if you guys are from Malaysia and you're looking for something very powerful and always available, we are talking about places like Aeon, Parkson, Isetan, Sogo, Hamleys, and even Lit Tak hobby stores, you might want to get yourself one of these. Even though that this blaster is the kind that don't really have a butt stop, but you'll never know when you're gonna need it. Like, I never expected that I'm going to need it as well. And of course, it's all thanks to Lit Tak hobby store for sending me one of these for today's review. And of course, without further ado, let us go check the blaster out. In the box, we got the blaster itself, a magazine, a flash hider, a pair of iron sight, 15 darts and an O-ring. Slide in the muzzle, both iron sight, load in the darts, load in the blaster, and this is how the blaster looks like with everything installed. Okay, we are back guys. So first look at the blaster. The aesthetic of the blaster kinda looks like a shotgun though. I mean the rugged design, the pump action. I mean this whole theme over here just gave me a lot of these shotgun vibe. I'm really a big fan of the aesthetic of the blaster over here. And the moment when you hold the blaster on hand, not a very heavy blaster. The entire blaster is of course made out of plastic. Pretty sturdy as usual from Dart Zone. Lots of plasticky noise as usual because this is a toy, but rather powerful toy I would say. As you can see, the blaster does not came with a buttstock over here, so you can't really shoulder the blaster just like so. You basically just aim and hold your blaster like this. But hear me out, there are certain situations where you actually kinda need this kind of a blaster, which I personally faced it firsthand. There's actually one day I actually got invited into a Nerf war in a gel blaster field where you're actually being put in a CQB situation. In the first round, I actually uses a dictator, and I realized that it is very hard to maneuver in tight spaces where there is like walls after walls after walls after walls, and you can't really run that much if your blaster is a little too big. And in the second round, I actually uses one of these, and I realized that, oh boy, after removing this fake flash hider over here, maneuvering in tight CQB spaces is like a dream. Like, because I don't really need to shoulder a blaster just like so in order to aim, I just basically go like that. I mean, just go like that. I can just aim it in my face. I can just aim it like that. And sometimes you would just have to provide some suppressed fire without aiming at the corner. Because of the slam fire, yes, you hear me right. This blaster comes with slam fire. Alright, enough of that, let us get back to the blaster. As you can see, the Picatinny situation is not too happening over here. We only got a roll of Picatinny rail at the top of the blaster. Just a tiny little roll of Picatinny rail at the front. It comes with a pair of iron sight, which is sufficient, especially when you are in a close quarter combat situation. You don't really got the time to aim with an actual reflex sight. Right over here, we got a safety button, and at the front over here is a mag release lever. When you pull it, it will drop the mag, which I personally think that the position of the mag release lever, even though it is ambidextrous, it is a little too far away from my finger to actually use it properly. Oh yeah, speaking about the mag over here, the mag that came with the Conquest Pro is a little different than your usual Dart Zone mag. As you can see, there is a little notch over here as an indicator for you to load in the blaster. As long as this little notch faces downwards, you are good to go. But I don't think you really need this little notch thing as an indicator. As long as your darts is facing upwards, you are good to go as well. And let us try drop in a regular Dart Zone magazine over here. It goes in pretty well. Let us drop the mag. It drops out pretty smooth as well. And of course, as usual, Dart Zone takes Talent magazine like nobody else businesses. And that is what I like. At the back of the blaster, you got a sling mounting point over here. You can actually mount your sling at the hand grip as well. Speaking about the grip is very comfortable. It is very similar to a AR size grip. The trigger pull is very smooth, very nice traveling distance. Trigger guard is huge. The priming of the blaster is a little tougher than your usual Nerf branded blaster because this is a powerful blaster out of the box. The pump grip is very comfortable. I like it. And as usual, if you look inside to the barrel, it comes with aluminum barrel. Priming the blast over here, there is a jam door over here just in case you want to clear off any jams. So yep, I guess that's all of the quirks and features of the blaster. So without further ado, let us go test the blaster out. Okay, we are back, guys. So the performance of the blaster is as usual, very nice. The blaster can fire around 132 FPS all the way to 146 FPS. Definitely a very high-end performance out of the box. In terms of accuracy, I would say that this blaster is actually surprisingly accurate. Hitting a target in 8, 9, 10 meters is not an issue at all. Very consistent accuracy, I would say. And of course, operating this blaster, I do not encounter any jams, which is a good thing. And will this blaster passes the wall test? As you can see, if you have a wall full of Dart Zone blaster, this blaster will definitely passes the wall test with flying colors. And I actually got really tempted to kind of paint this blaster to something like a space marine kind of a blaster situation, like you have some weathering, metallic body of some sort. It's gonna look very sick though. And even though this blaster essentially it is a primary, since it did not have a buzzsaw over here and it kind of looks like a gigantic pistol, I'm always tempting to do this. And it spins pretty well, surprisingly. Just that it is a little front heavy. So overall, I'm actually very satisfied with the blaster. If you guys are from Malaysia and you actually don't really know that foamed up blaster are actually this good and this powerful, you might want to actually try one of these. Especially, I know a lot of folks out there who like to play in the jungle, in the bushes and stuff, you know, a lot of tight spot, tight places and stuff. This might be a good try. So yeah, I guess that's all for today, guys. So if you guys like this video, feel free to smash the like button because it will help the channel a lot. I'll be posting video every Saturday, and do remember to click on the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. So yep, Gordon's checking out, and I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Yadios! Guys, I almost flew the blaster.